Wawawiwa! Hello everybody! Thank you for joining me, Gamhanan, for tonight's shooting gallery where I shoot my shot at giving a demo, well, the demo of an indie game, justice. Like, do it justice, because normally I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good. There's not many games where I sort of fail too badly at. I mean, sometimes I lack the finesse that some of the other crew here at Midlife Time Crisis have. But hey, you know what? I hold my own. So look, the demo of a game we're going to play tonight is indie horror title called Dirty Laundry. So if you're a fan of those, I guess, mundane jobs with a horror element or aspect sort of intertwined in, this is a game for you. So basically, you play as the protagonist. You play is a woman named Emily, whose latest foray into a career, well, let's say, part-time career, I suppose, is running a coin-operated laundry business. So in this sort of sense, these type of games usually have really, really fantastic and addictive, in my opinion, addictive gameplay loops, the ones that are done right. And the horror elements are just things like kooky characters, and sometimes there's a supernatural aspect that sort of surfaces, or something thrilling that's sort of grounded in reality, like stalkers or serial killers, the whatnot. So that's what I'm expecting in this game, because I am a fan of this type of subgenre of indie horror titles, indie horror games, mainly because, of course, it's got that gameplay loop that I spoke of, really addictive, because sometimes when you've got a process and then it's just meticulous enough, whether or not it's flipping burgers or you're serving coffee, etc. It's fun. I mean, people just love the process. They really do. So and then on top of that is, of course, the horror aspect. Usually there's kooky characters and then some really nice, interesting and I wouldn't say unique, but let's say jump scares that sort of are fitting for the genre. So hey, we're gonna give Dirty Laundry a shot, and I'll see you on the other side. Miladies and the Gentry. That is Dirty Laundry. Look, what did you guys think? I, for one, I enjoyed it. That was a fun sort of experience for sure. It definitely sort of played what I was expecting. I know I always say that with a lot of games, but it's only because you sort of already know what you're expecting from the game, and it's really good and satisfying when it delivers. So in this case, the laundry coin-operative business side, look, it's pretty simple. I thought maybe there'd be a little bit more extra, I guess, extra components to the gameplay loop. I think a lot of it really is just sort of meeting the needs of certain NPC characters, rather than let's say filling up the coin sort of dispenser, not only stocking shelves, but maybe fixing like broken down washing machines and dryers, or possibly even doing a lot of the washing and drying yourself in a bit more meticulous way, meaning that you either put in the coin yourself, like you're able to get it automatically dispensed, put the token in, press a button, and it goes. But instead, like, it's a bit more simplified, which is not bad. Just that, of course, taking some extra steps to do the one thing is always a lot better in terms of gameplay experience, mainly because this game is a walking simulator / visual novel type of style, because it is very narrative focused as well as experience focused. So the gameplay, you want to add a couple of extra bumps along there to sort of make it worth your while. So look, even though the game was pretty enjoyable to play, and I really did like the premise, there is still a lot of jank, as you can expect from a demo, but there's a few, one particular bit of jank that sort of pretty much derailed me and had me to start the game again. So I mean, definitely it's a deal breaker. So the one I'm talking about, like, you already noticed that there is like a collision bug type of thing happening, where definitely moving my character around objects, the corners of objects, I get stuck. It's like as if like I have to sort of carefully navigate through a bit of like molasses, or like I've just hit the corner of something and I have to get out of it a certain way. One other thing is there's definitely clipping. You can already tell from the baby, like I can pretty much have that baby face through any of the 3D objects. So that, of course, that's an obvious one that's gonna get fixed. But the one that was a deal breaker was when I had to grab the laundry of that lady, and I actually put it way too far into the washing machine and not actually press the interact button to put the object, so the washing in the washing machine, if you know what I mean. So when I sort of pushed it way too far and left it, it pretty much got thrown in an area that I couldn't interact with. So I mean, that definitely is a big deal that has to sort of get fixed. But hey, look, that's Dirty Laundry. It's still a very enjoyable game and very promising. So I can't wait to see what the finished product will be. So hey guys, that is me. Hope to see you next time. Peace out.